Hello, Soldier Boy here, and welcome to the gift card only challenge. The aim of this is to see how long it takes us to fill our garage using only cars we obtain by gifts. Also to see how far we can go in the driver rankings, and to see how many wins we can get. Now we start off with the kart and the Ford Focus ST from the M300 range as cars and kart that we got for completing the driver course and starting the game. The other cars with the red dots are all DLC cars, part of the game. We won't be using any of those. So we can only do races where the car is given to us or a car we already have. So let's get into it. The first race, Daily Race A, we set a lap time of 1:11.466, which is better than my own time for a main account. First race, Daily Race A. I'm not expecting miracles here. It's going to be tough. But we get a decent start. I'm going to follow this round the first corner, looking at our braking zone ahead of time, trying to just keep it nice and gentle on the brakes. These cars can understeer a lot. But we kept it nice. Luckbot is behind, which I was contemplating whether that was a real driver or not, considering the name. Try and keep it as nice and consistent as possible. It's a fairly short, quick race. 6 laps in a car that's given to me. A lot of the lap times we set were basically done while waiting for the race to start, so not a massive amount of time. Last corner. Second to last corner, I should say. And we've still got a decent gap to the car behind. Final bend of the lap. Little touch of the brakes, trying to keep it tight, forced it to speed up, around 70 miles an hour. And we crossed the line. First place after the first lap. We're going to skip ahead to the last lap, as the problem with these races is if you're ahead and stay ahead and keep it clean and consistent, nothing happens. So this is still our first race on this account. It's part of the challenge. Final corner. We're ahead by a little bit. Bit of a battle going on for second place behind us. We're going to cross the line, and that is us done. And we finish first place. We also get a clean race as well, and pole position. So victory, pole position, clean race. We don't quite manage the fastest lap, but we'll take that. And we actually finished 2.143 seconds ahead of Luckbot. Not bad for the start. Second race now. We go with the same lap time of 1:11.466. This race, a little bit different to the first race. You'll see what I mean in a second. Remembering to change the brake balance at the start. Well, I went to. I nearly forgot. First corner. Expecting a closer race. So we got P-Door 72 straight on the tail. Gives a little tap, and then ends up going wide after the contact with the back of us. We didn't really do anything other than keep that line. And we're going to be ahead. And already a decent gap has opened to the cars behind us. And this is what the problem with Daily Race A this week is. Once you're ahead, you can stay ahead. As long as you're clean and consistent, people can't catch you. It's just about being clean and consistent. Braking zones have to be spot on. Long straight. Decent gap still there. As we approach the final bend. First lap, still in first. So we're going to skip ahead now. Last lap, just overtaken the lapped car. And as you can see, we got away. No one got anywhere near us. We got the fastest lap. It was a whitewash, to be honest. Something I wasn't expecting. And there we are, confirmation, first place. We won by 17.229 seconds ahead of Troley_TF. That is probably the biggest margin I've ever won a race with. And I haven't won very many. Pole position, fastest lap, clean race as well. Second win out of 2. And this was when we got our first gift car. So hoping for a Group 3 would help us massively straight away off the bat. We could hop into the next daily race. But instead we got a Gran Turismo Red Bull X 2014 Junior Group X. I'm hoping a race comes up pretty soon for us to be able to use that. So we're going to go into a different day now. Obviously I can only do a certain amount of races a day to then get the mileage to then get a new car. So third race, we got a new lap time. We improved to 1:11.240. So an improvement in our lap time. Still qualified first, pole position. So that's 3 poles out of 3. I need to have a look at my main account to see how many I've got there, but I bet it's not that much more. This time, tighter start. 2 cars battling out behind us. We got a little hit from behind, which actually helped us. Pulled us ahead. And I think the battle between the 2 cars behind didn't help them. So we've got a little bit of a gap now for the cars behind due to them battling. We've got to use that to our advantage right now. Second to last corner. Got to make sure we take this nicely. Got to try and keep the gap behind us. And at this point I'm thinking, we're ahead. Can I really make it 3 out of 3? Considering my main account I think has only got 8 wins. And it's about mid-B driver rating. Well, I'm ranked currently. But 8 wins and this could be our 3rd already. Yeah, not sure about that. Seems a bit weird that I can... But it is practice, that's the big thing that's done. But here we go, we're going to skip ahead. Last lap, and this is where things get interesting. So I go to look behind, to see how far the car behind us is. And end up braking because I haven't changed the setting. Rimanaz, who's been on our tail the whole race, allows him a chance to catch us up. He then takes this wide as we keep the inside line. Bit of bumping and shoving, but just managed to keep it, and we finish just ahead, 0.070. And yeah, my own mistake. I forgot we hadn't changed the controls, so look behind wasn't back on the right stick. But our 3rd victory, our pole position, our fastest lap, clean race, full Monty. So we go into our 4th race. We needed this race to get the 2nd gift car. Can we get another win? Same time as before, 1:11.240. This race is probably the closest race we had. So we get off to a decent start. And the first corner, this is always going to be the time you're going to struggle if you're not careful on the first corner. It's going to break. Pete Zweitmund, and TRF Lunter are giving us a little bit of a go. Ghosting's on for this low rank lobby, so that's something that may help us, which we're going to find out in a second it will. We're selling in second. Lunter is trying. He took it very, very tight to the inside. Luckily he ghosted through us, otherwise that probably would have put us out of the race. So we're now following Sweet Treat and trying to catch him up. This is the first time we've actually not been ahead in the first lap. So, new territory in some ways. Got a chance to catch him. Just got to stick close to him. Got to keep in his slipstream and try and keep it clean, consistent. Hope he makes a mistake, really. There are some major areas of mistakes, this corner being one of them. So we're going to keep it tight to the inside. He's going to go a little bit wider. We seem to have a lot more speed coming out of that. We're going to slot right in behind him. So that caught us right up. As we start the second lap, we're going to outbrake him here. He's going to go very deep. We're going to keep him nice and tight. We now have the lead. That is probably the first lap we haven't finished in first place. So it's starting to get harder. Which is what we wanted. It is meant to be a challenge, it is meant to be difficult. And daily races at 8, most people avoid because the safety rating takes a hammering. I'm not worried about it. I'm curious to how long it will take us to fill our garage up. To see how many duplicates we get as well. And what we'll do is in the comments we'll decide which cars we're keeping, which we're not if we get duplicates. Because the liveries will be based on what they give us. So that'll be interesting to see how long it will take us to fill our garage up, how many duplicates we get as well. So last corner of the second lap, and we are in first. And as we finish this lap, we're going to skip ahead to the last lap. And it's the start of the last lap. Sweet Treat has been on our tail consistently all the way through this race. We're going to make a little bit of a mistake into the first corner here, which allows him to close the gap a bit more. But he's been consistently under a second all the way through this race. It's the closest race I've had so far. Another mistake into this corner, taking it a little bit too tight, losing speed because of it, and he is right on our tail. So now we've got to keep it consistent, clean, tidy. He's looking for the move. I'm wary of him going to this corner for dive bombing. I weren't sure if he would or not. We're going to take it our normal line, keep it as tight as possible. And I think we take that really well. And that's our saving grace, is we take that well. Ignoring the car ahead of us as it has a penalty, it's lapped. It's going to be lapped if they slow down. It's all about this last bend now. We've got to keep this as tidy and tight as possible. Try and make him go around the outside as he should be slower. And we're going to hold it. And it's going to be very close across the line. He's going to give us a little bump from behind actually as we cross the line, and we finish in fourth. Oh, we finished in first, sorry. Fourth race running, 4 wins out of 4. That is half the amount of my main account. So that's pole position, fastest lap, and a clean race as well to go on top of the 4 wins out of 4. So I'm amazed at how many wins we're getting, but I think it's the experience. It may be against inexperienced drivers, so I'm not really worried about the wins, but we get a gift card. This is what we're after. Can it be a Group 3? That would help us massively. What are we going to get? It is indeed a Group 4, a N400 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Sport Coupe from 1963. So not the Group 4 I wanted, but we've started to fill our garage up. And we've levelled up as well. We're still unranked, we're still in E driver rating. We'll have a quick look in the garage. Ignoring the DLC cars, so we have the Red Bull Junior, the Kart, the Corvette, and the Ford Focus, and that's our first cars in our garage. So going forward, we'll try and do these videos as regularly as I can, weekly, maybe bi-weekly. It will depend how much we can get done, and it depends on the daily races. We need some decent daily races to take part in. We need a Group 3 car. What will happen is, though, it will mean that we won't be able to be in the meta car that often, which is what I wanted. A bit of a challenge. And, we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.